Alrighty, hello everyone. We are live, looks like. Good. Hello everyone. Today we are going to continue working on our aurora. I'm not sure which color I want to do next. So I was just trying to figure out which colors are next to it. So we could do this really dark purple, which is some pretty beefy chunks. Actually, that is what we're gonna do. I think that's what we're gonna do. So so we did this, which is right here. So this next section right here is all this super dark purple. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm still only gonna work in my little, like, was that 15-inch sections, just because it's easier to keep track of. Alright, we have our needle, we have our little thready, we have our we have our fancy scissors, and our wax. I'm gonna try just one pass of wax. Spoopy skeletons, hello! How are you this evening? Hope all is well. I hope you had a good weekend. Whoops. Alright, let's separate these little strands. Alright, two strands separated out, and now we're going to separate these just to untwist them because they're all twisted. Or let's try, I'm just gonna try one. I'm trying a bunch of new stuff because obviously I'm a little newbie. So I'm just gonna try one little pass of wax and then pull it. I hate how that feels. Just got some food and munching. Ooh, sounds good. I'm very hungry right now, but it's past my my dinner time, so. Plus, I'm like literally always hungry, so I can always eat. What are you eating? Let me live vicariously through you. I've been very interested in curry things recently. I made this this shrimp stir fry, and I just like put a little bit of curry in it, like just the powder, and it was amazing. And I was like, I need to just try this in other forms. Alright, this first one, we're gonna start at the very top, and we're just doing 3. So, let's get this started. Hi, Cindy. Oh, chili dogs. Oh man, that sounds so good. There's a thing that my friends called a West Virginia chili dog, and it's got like everything on it, like onions and whatever is on a chili dog, but then it has coleslaw on it too. I was just like, oh, that sounds incredible. Hi! Hello everyone! How are you doing this evening? Hello, hello. Oops. Today was another one of those days where I put the baby to bed and I was like, I'm not streaming because she didn't nap again today. And it was just a really, really long day. So, what is happening with this? What's happening? My strands are all messed up. What am I looking at? Okay, there's that. Okay, so let me pull that. Good grief. Alright. Do I have tweezers over here? This is ridiculous. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm just gonna try to... I'm just try to grab this string with these really sharp scissors. It's also, this is very difficult to see because it's the darkest purple on black. Alright, it's good enough. Oh, thank you! Oh my gosh, I have to remember to put that up. Why are you not letting me put the chat up? It's not letting me put the chat up. Text. Crap. Alright. There we go. I don't know if I'm still streaming. I think I'm streaming. Sorry, y'all. The chat should be up now. Great. It wouldn't let me do it, and then I was dumb and I just like clicked out and refreshed, and then my stream went away. Anyway, it's fine. I fixed it. Yay. Have you made a lot of progress on your oh, what is it called? Labyrinth. I always want to say Dark Crystal. That's the one that I keep almost saying instead of Labyrinth. Isn't that one too? The Dark Crystal or something? It's like a bunch of like puppets. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. My cozy autumn pumpkin mug. Even though, you know, I've been having these like, oh, it's cozy autumn crafting streams, but like, I looked at the temperature map the other day for the United States, and it's just us. It's just us. Oh no, look what I've done. It was a matter of time before that happened. Hi. Yeah, it's just us. It's just our mountains and then the Rockies that's like actually cool right now. Everywhere else is like just absurdly warm. Oh no, you can't even hardly see the stitches I'm doing. 'Cause it's so dark. I'm just gonna keep going and hope for the best. Okay, so we're gonna start and then go 4 past. You gotta take my word with it with this stream. Take my word for it. Hi. What you doing? Okay. Let's put you closer. There we go. That sure is what someone who isn't stitching anything would say. You can kind of tell. It'll be more obvious, I think, as I keep going. Right? Right. But yeah, the rest of the country is not, like, cool in any way, which I was there 3 months ago. I'm so glad I'm not anymore. Today it was a high of 67, and all the leaves are changing. Not all of them, some of them. Some of the trees are changing. I'm so excited. I will not stop talking about how excited I am to finally experience autumn again after living in a seasonless state for so long. I'm so excited. Let's see, we're going 4 stitches past the top row. So that's 1, 2, oh, I'm only done 2 past. It's very dark. Very, very dark. Sorry, I'm gonna try my best to keep it in the light to where you can somewhat see what I'm doing. But to be real, it's hard for me to see, so. This freaking corner, I swear. I swear. Let's see, that's 4. So let's go back. Tomorrow, today was like all Brian's day to do, I don't even know what he was doing today, a bunch of work and stuff. And then tomorrow, I'm going down into the studio to do hopefully maybe like 4 hours of stuff. I'm a little nervous. I told Brian to go down there and check and make sure there wasn't like an animal running around, because we were up here talking and I heard what sounded like a metal pipe like fall onto concrete, and it sounded like when my vacuum extension that's down there, like when it falls over. So it was either an animal or a ghost. There's no in between. None. Hopefully it's just a ghost. I'd actually prefer it to be a ghost if I had to choose between the two. Where is my needle? There it is. The boogeyman. Could be. Our house is old. Who knows what's hiding down there? Boogeyman, ghosts. Probably like 700,000 field mice wearing a trench coat pretending to be a ghost. Although actually that one's that one's not probable, just because we have a an outdoor cat and she is the best hunter. She's the best little mouther we could have ever hoped for. She's just this stray cat that showed up when we lived in Florida. And the way she introduced herself officially to my husband was, it was like 11 at night and he was outside. And all of a sudden this like shadowy figure jumped off of my shed, which had a really tall roof, and just like ran down a tree that was next to it. And Brian was like, sure, it was just some like rabid creature. And it was this little kitten, like a 6-month-old kitten, not like little itty bitty, but and she was starving, so he felt terrible and gave her a can of tuna. And then we kind of joke that she like owes him a life debt now, because she's the most loyal cat I think I've ever known, and that like Brian has ever known. Like if we walk around outside, she acts like a sentry and just like runs ahead and just like looking around, and she'll follow us if we go around the yard. She's the coolest cat ever. But she's so good at hunting mice, which they're a really big problem here. We had a bunch of mice in the house when we first moved in, so she's keeping them out of the house, which is fantastic. Ham! I'll have to see. It would take a little bit of digging to find a picture of Ham. She's really cool though. I think she's an American Shorthair, kind of mixed with something else, but she has the coolest bullseye like tabby print. So she's like tabby with kind of like her stripes are black, and then she's got like this kind of brownish gray, but the stripes aren't like a normal tabby. They're very defined, and then she has bullseyes on either side of her stomach, like just perfect circles. She's the coolest looking cat, and she's the sweetest cat ever. Let me just get to the end of this row, and then I'll see if I can find a picture of Ham. Her name's Ham. We call her Ham, or Hamish, or Hamish the Quiche. Ham Hamish. There's a lot of names we have for her. She's real cool. Let me see. I don't think I have any pictures on the computer, so I'll have to pull it up on my phone. Let's see. Hamish. There should be pictures. I should be able to find something. Let's see. That's our old neighbor's cat. Wedding, baby stuff. Where's Ham? Where's that little Hamilton? Let's see, let's go further back. Did I delete the pictures? I might have. Dang it. Did I delete all the pictures of Ham off my phone? She's so cool. Ah, this was when she was a kitten. That's not good pictures of her stripes though. Let's see. Where's her stripes? I think those are gone. Alright. These are kind of just like nondescript pictures of her. But that's Ham. You can kind of see how distinct her markings are here, but like right here, that's a circle. This is when she was just a little kitty. But she's real cool. And I think, like I said, I think she's part American Shorthair, which is what gives her those cool markings. And the reason why I think that as well is because American Shorthairs are known to be the best mousers, like barn cat types, and the best family like cats. So she just loves us. She's so cool. Definitely the coolest cat we'll probably ever have. I had a cat before her, but she was sweet, but she was scared of everything, and she didn't do normal cat stuff. So she was sweet, but Ham is she's the goat. The absolute goat. We've kind of got like a animal, like the dream team right now. Like we've got the cat, Ham. We've got our old classic, Evan and Bean. They're two little chihuahuas. They're kind of old and they don't do much, but you know, they're like Hall of Fame type. And then we have Devin, not to be confused with Evan. And Devin's, we got him a few months ago. He's like this little, I showed him on stream one time. He's like a German Shepherd Corgi thing. He's kind of stubborn, but he's super sweet. Yumi! Aww. Ham's got a little twin out there. Yeah, Ham is really filled out though. She is a beautiful cat. She's awesome. But Devin recently, since Sunny has started walking our baby, Devin has really, he is very gentle with her. He's pretty small. He's 25 pounds. But, you know, we're trying to teach her to be gentle with him, but it's not always possible. So she kind of will, like, play with him and like, and stuff. She'll just be holding on to his back fur, and he does not do any sort of, like, I'm 99% positive he would never bite her. And I think if he did, like, nip her, it would be just like a little, like, it wouldn't be anything serious. He's so good. Yep. Orange. Just an orange cat. Yeah, Devin's pretty goofy looking. He's got like that black with the tan eyebrows and like all the tan markings, like the mask and the paws. But then he's got this like bushy fur, but then his legs are like, you know, this long. Like they're really short. He's a good boy. He's a good little addition. He wasn't at first, but there's like you know, it's like getting a new pair of shoes and they're kind of uncomfortable, but then you, like, you know, get used to them, you break them in, and then they're great. So that's Devin. Should have gone with a longer string. This section is quite meaty. It's quite meaty. We'll see how much we do. Ow, I just poked my finger. I wish I had more to say, like more exciting things that happened over the weekend, but nothing exciting happened over the weekend. We did nothing. other than kind of just sit around and play outside with the baby. Those first streams, I was like, had so much to say because there was so much that happened over the last, like, you know, year and then however many months. And now I'm all caught up. Now we're all caught up. Now I have to go do stuff to tell you about. Motivation for getting out of the house, so I have things to tell people on live stream. You know, especially because we need to more, because I want the baby, I want her to like be around a bunch of people, you know. Brian and I are, what's the word, like aggressive homebodies. Like we could literally not leave for weeks and weeks, and you know, we just get groceries delivered up here and it would be fine. It would be fine. We would be totally happy with that. But I don't want like a weird shut-in baby, you know? But we see friends pretty regularly. And then like my mom will come and stay for a few weeks and we'll go out, so all's not lost, I suppose. There's this like kids museum thing that I want to take her to, but it's pretty far away. And I don't know if they'll have babies her age. She wants to play with other babies so badly, and there's just like never any other babies her age to play with. It's sad. Ah, yes. Now you can tell we're doing something. Trust the process. I was a little worried. It actually shows up lighter on the camera than it does in real life. It's quite dark. Alright, I don't know if this is going to be long enough for the next row. We'll see. I have peppermint and lavender chamomile tea. I need some like warm, autumny, spicy. Just lean into the pumpkin spice. I need to mark this off. Let's see. Let's do this one. I guess we just keep doing. Oh, do I not have the same purple pen? I think it's a different color. Where's the other one? That's fine. We'll use a different purple. I don't care. Let's see. We've done 4 rows. Now this one is one shorter than the one before it. I think we got it. I think we can do it with this, the remaining length that we have. It's gonna be tight, but we can do it. the neighbors that bought the house next to us. It's the only house that we can actually see. They use it as like a vacation home where they come up from kind of local. It's like some rich guy. He's really cool though. But he lives maybe like a few hours away, and then they just come over here to ATV. But he's here right now. It's exciting. There's people up on the mountain with us. My gosh. I'm hoping very, very soon we can maybe start getting the garden set up for next year. Because I really, really want to get chickens. Really want, and so does he. So does Brian. We want to get chickens again so we can just have our eggs. I have like this whole plan. I've thought it out even more, and it just makes sense to have this like whole, like we'll have our compost area in there. We can just like have a compost pile. It'll be perfect. But I've figured out most of the materials that we need, and it's pretty expensive, so we'll see what happens. Fencing is just like not cheap. It was never something that I even thought about, you know, when you drive past a big old farm and they've just got like miles and miles of fencing. Especially if it's like an old farm and they've got wooden fencing, and you're just like, in this day and age, like back in like when there was like the lumber shortage or whatever they pretended like it was, everything was like massively inflated. It was crazy. Those wooden fences were just like, oh, they're rich, even though, you know, they were built when it was not as bad. But, you know, it's just something I never thought about. And then we had to buy a bunch of fencing for the different places we lived. I was just like, what? Fencing is this expensive? Are you serious? Do we have... No, I don't think we have enough for another row. So mark this one off. I don't think so. I think it would be cutting it very, very close. Would it? Yes. Yes. I'm not gonna do that to myself. So we're gonna go ahead and just weave this in, and we'll just waste a little bit. It's not a big deal. So let's see. We're just gonna try our little best to work this in. Like so. Oh gosh. Ugh. My little nails, I can't do it. Oh God. Where are my tweezers? I thought I brought them over. I already said this earlier, and I don't think I did. I don't know where they are. Freaking needle. pro crafter, pro streamer. There we go. Nope. There we go. Alright, put our little scrap over there. I need to tighten this up. Onwards. I wish I had a longer section, but that's okay. Oh, you know what I forgot? D-Live. I forgot D-Live. Oh, sorry. Dang it! Hey, fledgling. I don't know if you're still here. I forgot to pull up D-Live. Dang it. Is it a bunch of dark crystal? Yeah, I don't think I've seen it. I've seen little parts and clips and stuff, but I haven't seen a lot of those like 80s type looking era movies. Let's see. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all. Most movies are. Oh man, a D-Live. D-Live is like the super secret chat. It doesn't even show up on the summary box. Pro streamer, just ignoring chats, don't mind me. Let's see. Okay, next row, we're gonna stay one over. One shorter than last time. Man, I even had D-Live up. It was just in the wrong, it was in another tab. And create a new window. Oh, I didn't wax this one. Oh well. I've already started. I'm not restarting. Make sure this little end is worked in. There we go. We have 2 chickens. I wanted to call the coop the Chicken Palace, but in a different language, so my Facebook friends vote. Their choices were English, French, Spanish, German, Swahili, Jomba la Cuckoo. That's great. Is there like a little... Did you make like a little plaque to go with it, Clara? We've never named any of our coops or anything like that. Like our trailer, we never We never named that. I don't have a name for my car, but I think now that we're like somewhere permanent, I'm gonna start, we gotta name some stuff. What kind of chickens do you have, Clara? Do you know what kinds they are? We are quite fond of what we want next is lavender Orpingtons. We had some chocolate Orpingtons and some lavenders. Had a little bit of experience, but the chocolate Orpingtons, they were like puppies. We always called them puppy chickens because they would follow us around. They were so cute. We had some silkies as well, and they both died. Nice. Yeah, we left our flock. It was the first chickens we ever had. I raised them, and then Brian like did all the care for them once they were a little older, and that's a long story. But when we moved here, we ended up leaving our flock kind of begrudgingly, you know, like Brian was pretty sad about it. He loved his girls. We had a silky rooster, and we left him with the friend that we lived with, and something happened. I'm not exactly sure how it happened, but a coyote got into their enclosure before she had closed them up for the night, and the silky rooster defended the girls until he couldn't anymore. He was little, but he was a spitfire, so. And then she, I think, just gave the girls to her neighbor, so Brian was pretty upset about it. Because we raised them from we got them when they were just little 2-day-old babies. They are mutts, and one is a murderer. What? I've never heard of hens. What kind of chicken is she that she kills other hens? What do you mean? That's crazy. I didn't know a hen had it in her to be so violent. Our old flock we had Rhode Island Reds, we had Barred Rocks, we had an Easter Egger. Gosh, this is so hard to see. I can't tell where I've been. There. We had one, I don't know if she was an Easter Egger or an Americana. They said she was an Easter Egger, but she was really weird. She was always really flighty and like neurotic. And then we had the two silkies, and the girl was all black. Her name was Tufty, but she unfortunately passed away when she was like 4 months old. It was sad. I wanted her to be my like studio chicken and like have her, because she loved to, you would just have her like on your arm and she would just like cozy up. So eventually I would like to have some more silkies, especially because I feel like silkies would be good for like the baby to be around. Interesting. So some sort of Easter Egger type. That would make sense. They're crazy. Olive Egger. I don't remember all the ones that lay green eggs. That's really cool though. Alright, we got another row done. And then I think this one is just matching the one above it. Yeah, it was crazy. We started out with 20. We started out with 20 chicks. And the person that we lived with at the time had kind of like it was the one who bamboozled us. And she like told me she knew everything, that like she talked the talk, and oh, I know how to raise chickens. I've done this for years. And I was like, okay, yeah, like you have chickens, I'll trust you. And so we got these chicks, and she insisted that they have non-medicated food. And then like 8 of them died of coccidia, which is what the medicated food is partially for. So that sucked. You're only supposed to get like a 1% loss, and we had like a lot. Leghorns are great layers. Yep. We liked our blue Andalusians and Delawares, but I loved our little Japanese pair. Oh, like a little bantam, kind of bantam. Yeah, I loved our silkies a whole lot. We've talked about leghorns, but I think we ultimately want Orpingtons of some kind, just because they're like a really good dual purpose bird. The males, like the Orpington roosters, are known for being pretty even tempered. Every rooster that we've had was awful. We had 3 roosters out of those chickens, and all 3 of them were horrible. They were so mean. Excuse me. Got a little sneeze. Most of them were bantams. Bantams are pretty cute. They had, at this feed store that we went to, what am I doing? Am I matching the one above? Yes. At the feed store we went to, they had oh gosh, I cannot remember the kind. It's like one of the smallest chickens. It's a little bantam. It starts with an S, I think. But they had a little rooster named Rambo, and he was so cute. He was so little. Like, absurdly little for a little rooster. What are those called? Man. We had one named Myrtle, and we didn't think she would live long because she had a deformed beak. Yep. Yeah, as long as they can eat, they're usually fine. That's what Scissorbeak, that's what Tufty had. She was kind of like a genetic, like she had a lot of weird genetic stuff that was probably wrong with her. She had Scissorbeak, and she had something else that was wrong with her, but oh man, that one was hard. She was such a sweet little chicken. I loved that chicken. And it's so weird, like I never thought I would ever say like I loved that chicken, you know, like years ago, but silkies are very lovable. But you know, even though we don't have that flock anymore, it was really, really good learning experience. I mean, like kind of all the stuff that we did back then. Yeah, it is. I don't know how more of them don't pass away from the stress of it, which I think quite a few of them do. The worst was the first friend that I lived with. They ordered over the course of a few months, they had 40 lavender Orpingtons, and only 2 of them lived. Because there was this idiot she was dating that lived with her, that lived with us, and he always talked about hard work and he was a hard worker. And then like his one task was to just make sure that these chicks were fed and watered, and then he didn't do it and they just probably died of dehydration. So that guy sucked. Oh, guinea fowl. They're so cool. They're so loud. Yeah. We even had one cross leghorn here. Oh, cool. All my chicken people coming in. I cannot wait to have chickens again. It kind of sucks in terms of like, you know, then you it's hard to leave because you gotta like find someone to be able to watch the chickens and stuff. So once we have chickens, it's pretty much we're here. One of us always has to be here now. Like overnight. I mean, like we can obviously both go out for a day or something. Let's see. Okay, so this is one shorter. Ooh. Yeah, my friend, he come in here before. He has a live stream of his farm up all the time, and he'll do live streams of him feeding the chickens and all the animals they have. They have a bunch of guinea fowl, and they have a big, giant, like 600-pound pig named Sylvia, and she gets out sometimes because like she just can just. If she feels like it, she just knocks over trees and stuff. So she can just get out whenever she wants. So last time we were over there, she got out and I was just like running after her, trying to catch her and help my friend. But he always has his farm cam up. And he has geese and guinea fowl and tons of Muscovy ducks. Hi Megs, how are you? Hope you're having a great week. Little one's doing good. Can't say I saw you were alive, so I wanted to say sup. Sup, Mags. Thanks for dropping in and saying hello. Appreciate ya. Everything's fine here. Other than Sunny just still refuses. She took a 2-hour nap yesterday. It was incredible. It was incredible. Oh, and then today she didn't nap at all. So I don't know. I don't know what to do about the little girl's naps. She's just so busy. She just wants to be doing stuff. What did I say? One less? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Part of me also eventually wants rabbits again. We had rabbits that we fully intended on having them for like meat rabbits, and then Brian he couldn't dispatch them, and I couldn't either. So they just turned into like a bunch of pets basically. They were nice though. I think having rabbits again would be cool. They ended up we sold them for like, we had this really rare breed that we got from a friend who was not very good to them, and we ended up kind of taking over, and we couldn't process them, and so we were like, you know, when we move, it's over. This was when we moved last time. So some guy up in Jacksonville came and got them, and then he got them with the full intention of processing them, like having them as meat rabbits as well. But then he ended up loving them so much because we handled them all the time and they were super friendly. And he ended up just doing the same thing as us and just having a bunch of pet rabbits. Then they, like, he has like a big field that they kind of like, he has like a rabbit tractor and they like eat grass and do cool stuff all day, so. Alright, this one, we're 3 down, so this one is gonna be flush with the one above it. Great. I think we have a lot of rows that are flush. We'll see how much more we have out of this strand specifically. Something that I really would like to figure out, like, and it's gonna be a long process, but we have, so our property is unknown amount of land, like 4.5-ish. The property lines around this area are kind of like, who knows? Like, the description for our property lines is like, follow, starting at the rock in the crook of the tree, follow it northeast 180 paces at the dead pine, continue this. It's just like, what? What do you mean? I know that's just like how they used to survey basically, but yeah, so like the listing said 3.5 acres, but it's actually more like 4.5. It said like 3.5 acres plus or minus, which is just, yeah, we don't know. But anyway, the whole point is that we have probably 3 acres of just like a big field, and I want to eventually, I want to use it, or at least just have more interesting stuff going on instead of just like a big grassy rolling hill. But it's a huge undertaking to try to figure out how to, like, I want to landscape it, but in a way that I can, it's usable and it's not just like decorative. And I don't even know how to start. I don't even know how to start. All I know is where I want the garden to go, which is going to be a 50 by 60 area. But that's like a blip in that giant field. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to go about it. I guess like maybe permaculture type people, which my friend who streams is into permaculture and he could answer a lot of questions, but you know, a lot of it's just going to come down to like my own research, and it's like a big thing. I don't even know where to start most of the time. I have like where I want, like I have a cottage garden planned for the front, and I have most of the plants and flowers and stuff planned of what I want. Like I want like big hydrangeas and some other shade loving stuff, but it's so hard. The description of her former property in Maine. Yeah, it's like, it's so cool because it's this giant blank canvas, but it's like a giant blank canvas, and you know, once you do something, it's really hard to move it. Like if you plant trees, like a bunch of trees, I already have a hard enough time doing that in Stardew Valley. It's this game where you have a farm. Like, I have a hard enough time picking where I'm gonna do everything. So, and plus I don't want to like plant anything that'll obstruct the views, like, you know, get too tall. I don't know. I don't even know where to start. I mean, I have years, literally years to figure it out. But I want to know now. I want it just to be, I want it to be cool looking now. I don't have to figure out how to kill off all the whatever is out there. It's just a bunch of grass, like hay type stuff. You know, I want to make something pretty. I want it to be lush. West Virginia lush. Oh, the music ended. Let's see. What's this? There's so many deer around here too, and like bears and stuff, that if we had a bunch of berry bushes, it would be difficult, like blueberries and stuff. I feel like it would be difficult to actually get any berries. Hence why I want to do the fenced in area, so we can have like gardens and then maybe like a little line of bushes or something. And people tell me, you know, be careful about starting brambles, because then you'll never get rid of them. But it's like, what a problem to have. Just a bunch of blackberry bushes everywhere. Darn. Alright, I think that's all we're gonna get with this little strand, which is pretty good. Got a few more rows done. Getting the thick, meaty purple chunk done. Ooh, that would be a fun, maybe. To me it would be a fun stream. I don't know if it would be a fun stream to anyone else, to do like a permaculture planning research, you know, like help me figure out what I'm gonna do with my giant 3-acre field. And then, like, I don't know, maybe we want to leave some of it open. Maybe we want, like, a cow or something later. It's hard to figure out. I know there's one area that's, like, this weird, freaky, sunken down, wet part. And I think it's just from where the footer of our basement drains to. So it's always, like, just waterlogged. But I think I'm going to try to grow some elderberries there. Because my friend was saying that they like having wet feet. And if they like having wet feet, they'll sure have wet feet right there. Where is it? There it is. Alright, let's work this in. Let's try not to struggle as much as I did last time. Oop. I'm struggling. I'm struggling. There we go. Ugh. It's kind of hard to weave through the stitches and not the canvas as well. Oh my god. This is gonna be impossible. Let's back it up. There we go. Nope. Watch me struggle. All of my grip strength. Which there's not a lot of it at this point, but... There we go. I was just thinking about calling Brian in. He's like the grip strength champion. Alright. There we go. Let's put that over there. Alright. I think we're gonna just call it there for today. This is it's like that careful what you wish for type stuff where I'm like, oh, I want to just do big blocks of color, but it's like pretty monotonous. So we got a little bit done. A little bit. I don't know how many stitches that is, but I feel like it's a lot. We filled in this whole chunk. It's at least it's 100 stitches. I'm satisfied. Oh, in your spare time, find a tutorial on YouTube for a loop start. I will do that, Clara. I trust you. You're the cross-stitching sage of the chat. But thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll pick it up probably tomorrow. I'll keep toiling away. It should get faster though, because it gets kind of skinny. So I will see you all tomorrow or the day after or whenever, and I hope you all have a good evening, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.